All right, that's going well. Thank you.
Okay, it is starting to play there, isn't it? Not sure how.
Perfect. Sometimes you don't need to know how, we just need to know that it will work.
Hopefully so.
Yes.
When my friend comes back, I'll have them do the song check.
Perfect, okay. Anything else, just let us know.
Do I need to have that here with me, or do you keep that?
I mean, we usually keep, I think we're worried about it being lost, which is why we don't include it in here.
Oh,
Let's just test it.
hey, Dan, give us a chat because we think we got the system hooked up. Nope. Mhm. Dan,
What?
Hey,
yes,
success.
we have audio over the TVs now.
Excellent.
Instead of coming from my little, maybe turn it down a little. Because that's what I was thinking, is I wasn't sure how loud it was gonna be.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Sound check, Dan, sound check.
Hello, testing, come in. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think that should be okay.
Oh, okay, great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yep.
Excellent.
All right, we're hooked up. I'm gonna
Okay.
run to the bathroom now. So that I'm not doing that like 10 minutes into the fun. All right, see you in a sec.
Okay. Ugh. Yes, the tiny URL will get you into the Zoom meeting. Period. I realized it was going to be harder to pull up your email at the library. Adri and I are here. All right, we should be live. Oh, for Pete's sakes. All right. Where's the Wi-Fi password here? No. See that? I cannot, period. If you can see the calendar invite, use that link, period.
Okay. Yeah, yep. It's like, there's Dan right there. That's Dan. The Ames one is on. Des Moines isn't on yet. So the audio's there. We've got the video up.
That's right, cool, so yeah, our audio's working, so everything, so
Okay.
good,
Okay,
cool. Well, if you guys do need anything else, let me know.
Okay.
The staff office is right there,
okay, appreciate it.
and kind of knock on that door or any staff flagging out, so.
Okay, thank
Cool.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you again.
Uh-huh.
It might just be us, I don't know. It might be just doing stuff with people in other areas on the Zooms, but might get people to show up. I've tried.
Hey, I'm feeling the same way.
Perhaps it changes with the microphone. So I pushed the button on the microphone and it changed the focus.
It should be on us.
I'm in, but now is there something I should do?
It looks like you're in. It's hard to tell because you can be in without.
Okay.
And then new user. Or should I be doing it?
Okay.
November?
Yeah, probably we'll send you an email. To tell you the truth, it's been so long, I can't remember
Okay.
what happens next, but, oh, well, now it's showing up. That's kind of random, isn't it?
On TV.
So this is being live cast on YouTube as well.
To the White House, right?
Yeah,
Straight,
they love this kind of stuff.
straight to the White House.
They would have nothing better than having us meddle in their business.
So what's the website? Cause I'm, what closed on me? It was.
usconvention.org. We'll be there.
There's Carl. Good day. Yeah. So, Carl,
Y'all
welcome.
kids do.
So,
Dan.
Dan?
Carl.
we will do the proposals and debate on a website.
Oh, yes. Get that pulled up.
There we go. You have to go there and create an account.
Yep, pretty quick and easy. That's where we do all the voting and arguing.
Format for today. We won't be debating among ourselves. We'll be making proposals. Everyone gets
3 minutes.
3 minutes to speak on any proposal you wish to make. And if you explore the website, there are already several proposals.
Okay.
There being to be debated, to be considered.
Okay.
We have
Oh, you was convention.
create the accounts.
Yeah.
Wow, what is it doing that for?
Our maximum occupancy is 49. I think we can stay with it. Well, actually, I hope we get more.
Yeah. Just I can't be reached.
See, I had that problem earlier today. If you just type in usconvention.org, it just says site can't be reached.
www.
Okay.
Turning auto framing keeps you in view by adjusting your camera as you move. Should we turn that on?
I would say maybe later, but I'm not.
Auto framing keeps you in view by adjusting your camera as you move.
I think that's for your.
Okay, okay, yeah, okay.
All right, super.
See the arrow next to audio?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, it says Meeting Owl Pro, the check. So actually go up to the top one.
Under select a microphone?
Yeah, and click Echo Canceling Speakerphone. And then click on the arrow next to video, just to make sure that that's okay. And that says Meeting Owl Camera with the check mark next to it.
Okay.
So you are set.
Okay, excellent.
And so if you want to mute yourself, you just click on that.
Somebody talking to us.
I think they're talking in another location.
Okay.
Oh, we have 4 participants now. Looks like Des Moines is on board. All right. Yes, she is.
Oh,
All right.
right.
Time.
Makes me feel more patriotic than a Sousa march.
Well, you know, Dan, do you want me to log in on the computer or on the phone?
On your phone.
Got it. I've done that.
Okay, perfect. The computer should just be speakers. The Zoom. It's not working for you?
Well, I accidentally closed it, now I should put it back on.
Where you get to check your email and stuff.
Okay, everybody should be trying to log into the website now and create an account. I want a credit card.
He wants a credit card for you, Carl.
Yes.
Yeah, that came out. No. Everything's great. Everything's great.
Carl.
All right.
How can I tell if I'm the supervisor?
You still need to log it.
Yeah.
This room is set up weird. We will be speaking to the camera, which means that you'll be facing the wall, and everybody in the audience will be behind you. But which is actually all right, because we're not trying to convince everybody else in the room that we're right, and convince everybody else in the world that we're right. So that's our audience out there.
Are you not in yet, Carl? Steve, Laura, are you in?
Well, I think I'm in, but I don't know how to get this to go away so you can see the stuff behind it.
The login should be gone.
I got my name, my email, my password.
Should be enter.
Create a user.
Oh, enter?
So go ahead and create a user.
The email was already registered.
Okay, so then we just need to log in.
Sorry, not me.
Oh, yeah, an email.
Yeah, got our email to make sure it's not from there. All right.
Rod, are you?
Does it still say login up at the top? Excellent. Should have like maybe an initial or something like that. Like
The United States Citizens Assembly or
okay, yeah, you're good. Okay.
Dan, could you post that QR code again, please?
Yes. Is that visible?
Is there any way to get that set up professional audio out of there that might interfere with the QR code?
They don't see it, and I can't. I don't know if there's. I don't see any way to dismiss it.
Okay.
one thing I could probably do is shrink it. Hey, there you go.
You know, it doesn't not exist, there to get it.
And you're still using the Starhawk 25 at MSN?
Right, that's right.
You did check your email, there's nothing there?
Right,
Okay.
unless I'm not getting through because of the country.
Yes.
Are you on the Wi-Fi?
Oh, no.
You just automatically hook up to library Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. Maybe I should double check that.
If the information is the same, it should work for you. It says you do not have access.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, John. Hey, welcome. We are signing into the website, or at least we're trying to. Create an account on the website. Have you done that before? Okay, okay.
Do you know the password for the Wi-Fi?
I don't think there is one. There's just an agreement. It just says you'll abide by certain terms. You click on your end.
Oh, got it. So I was looking at the wrong one. Got it.
Well, we do have time here before everything actually gets started.
If
So
you wish to participate.
we'll probably get it figured out.
I have
to sign it.
Okay, you gotta go. We need an
By the
account.
time you get rolling after, we'll be in there.
Okay.
Go back forward, right?
Yeah.
Take a picture.
I'll just give you the URL. It is, well, here, you can see it here too.
All right.
All right.
How's everybody doing out there?
We're doing okay. We're just getting situated here, trying to
All
get
right.
stuff, figuring it all out.
Are we pretty close to getting ready?
Yeah,
You guys are ready?
I think so.
Hey, Michelle, how's Cedar Rapids looking out there?
I hear you.
USconvention.org.
Yes.
Let's type in the URL. USconvention.org.
Can you hear me at all?
Yes.
Go ahead and hit the mute button again, Michelle.
You're all good to go, Michelle?
Yeah, I just. I don't know.
Excellent.
Sorry to run out of the room for a minute, but I'll do. Yes, everything's set up. No audit.
Excellent. People are logged into the website.
Good. Yeah, my other people who were supposed to come, I don't think are gonna make it because the one has 5-year-old twins and they both got sick overnight. And the other one had a grandbaby born this morning.
All right. Well, looks like we got a crowd building out there in Des Moines. As you can see, we've got some people here behind us. We're ready to go. Looks like Ames is getting their getting themselves situated. All right. Actually, as soon as Ames looks like they're ready to go, I'll go ahead and welcome everybody.
We're not doing the Pledge of Allegiance, are we?
We are not.
Good.
I didn't bring a flag.
You what?
I did not bring a flag.
Flag. Oh, okay. Huh?
What is it again? You.
usconvention.org.
Orgy.
That's not what I
This is not that kind of convention.
Not the Shriners.
said.
All right. Adria, if it looks like you guys are ready to go, just give me a wave. Okay, excellent, excellent. All right. Want to quickly say welcome to everybody. Thank you very much for being here. It is a holiday weekend, and I understand some of you are missing time with family, so we really appreciate your participation in this event. Obviously, if you are here, you are a patriot and you love this country, and I hope that is why you're here. Please be respectful to everybody in the room and online. We do insist that everybody's going to be respectful. If you have some anxieties about the potential for arguing with your neighbors in this setting, let me put those anxieties at ease. We are not going to do that here. We are going to be doing this very simple. We have a lot of ideas out there. We're hoping to crowdsource ideas for the Constitution to solve some of the problems out there these days. And so we won't do any debating face to face. We will do all of the voting and debating online. So there will be no reason to be yelling at anybody or arguing with anybody. We're going to make this very civil. All the debating, voting will happen online. And you'll see as we get started, it's even difficult to directly engage with people. We're not trying to convince the other people in the room that we have the best idea. What we are doing here is trying to convince the audience out there on the other side of this camera that we have the right idea, because Iowa is the first in the nation to do this. Our ideas are going to get picked up by the state of Maryland. They are organizing right now. They're going to come after us. We have several other people in other states organizing for Unify USA, and all of them are volunteers. All the people here are volunteers. Nobody is getting paid for this, again, so please be respectful for everybody. But we are just the first in the nation, and we are going to hopefully, we have an advantage here with our ideas. They are going to shine a little bit more brightly because we are the first ones to be considered. It's going to be a little bit harder as we go from state to state to get those ideas to bubble up to the top for consideration. But here in Iowa, we got a great opportunity to get our ideas out there first and get them heard. And hopefully, the next state will even improve upon those ideas, make them even better. So we're just the first step in a long process. Hopefully by this summer, we'll have a lot of states that have voted, and we've built some consensus around some ideas that we can actually take these ideas around to states and get them to start considering them as additions to the Constitution. Or we may even have enough ideas out there where it's pretty obvious that we need a complete revision and include a lot of these ideas out there. So we really appreciate the input from everybody, and look forward to what you have to say. It's great that we can do this. We can assemble, propose ideas. The shields are down, folks. Go ahead and fire at will. Hopefully we can make a dent and fix a lot of the problems in this country. And I do want to challenge the next states to follow to do even better than we're doing here today. So hopefully this is the worst we do. With that, I'm going to go ahead and run a quick video by our founder, Dr. Paul Zeitz. Let me real quick explain his background. We had a problem with AIDS years ago, and now Let me see, hopefully that'll work. We had a problem with AIDS years ago, and luckily, Dr. Paul Zeitz, after doing many missionary trips to Africa to help with different medical issues out there, helped raise $1.3 billion to help out with AIDS research, and actually managed to change the world that we live in today. So Dr. Zeitz does not do small things, and we are doing something pretty big here today. So without any further ado, let me get to his video to welcome us to the assembly. Wait a minute, how do I do that? It'll take me just a second to figure out how to do this. Where did the share go? There it is.
Hello, my name is Dr. Paul Zeitz. I'm the founder of Unify
Wait a minute,
USA.
I'll take it.
Thank you for showing up
Get that out of the
today.
way.
Not as Democrats,
No audio.
independents, not as the labels we've been flattened into. Rather, we are citizens and we are patriots who want our... Hello, my name is Dr. Paul Zeitz. I'm the founder of Unify USA. Thank you for showing up today. Not as Democrats or Republicans or independents, not as the labels we've been flattened into. Rather, we are citizens and we are patriots who want our country to fulfill on its promises. Let me tell you what I know is in this room today. I see people who are willing to do what most people say is impossible right now, to deliberate on amendments to the U.S. Constitution. And yet, here you are, together. That choice, your presence here today, says something powerful. We are interdependent, not as metaphor, as reality. You realize that your safety depends on people you've never met. Your prosperity is connected to theirs. Your children's future is tied to decisions we make together. This is what every spiritual tradition already knew. It's what our founders understood when they wrote We the People. The question for Iowa today, and for America as we approach our 250th birthday in 2026, is this: will we organize our democracy and our economy around the truth of our interdependence? We all know why we're here. Trust in our government is broken. Families are fracturing. Communities are polarized and splintering. And political violence is rising. And here's what we've been taught: that to make progress, we must first agree. That someone must win the argument before we can move forward together. What if we've got it backwards? What you're practicing today is peacecrafting, the art of turning conflict into collaboration. This is not a debate stage where someone wins and someone loses. We are creating a citizen-ruled democracy designed for complexity, for interdependence, for humans as we actually are. Let me show you what's possible. In the 1990s, Texas brought together citizens and utilities for deliberation. After learning together, holding multiple truths simultaneously, and then deliberating together, support for renewable energy jumped from 52% to 84%. Not because anyone won, because people practice interdependence. We can honor tradition and embrace innovation, protect jobs and protect the planet. Texas leapt from nearly last to first in wind power. In 2024, New Hampshire hosted the first ever formalized state citizens assembly. 50 citizens across all viewpoints found 89% consensus on election reforms that are now moving through their legislature with cross-partisan support. If it can work in Texas and New Hampshire, it can work in Iowa. Iowa is making history today as the first state to host a statewide citizens' assembly on our democracy's future by refreshing the U.S. Constitution with proposed amendments. And what happens here will ripple outward. That's why we ask you to bring your best ideas for amending the U.S. Constitution. Not complaints, solutions. Ideas that reflect your values, your lived experience, your hopes for your children and grandchildren. So as we begin, speak honestly. We need your truth, not your performance. Listen generously. The perspectives the others being shared can expand your understanding. Stay curious. The person across from you contains contradictions, just like you do. When we flatten people to a single frame, enemy or ally, right or wrong, everything that makes transformation possible is destroyed. Disagreement is welcome here. Disrespect is not. Picture what's possible. If two Iowans who disagree on everything can acknowledge their interdependence, so can a community. So can your state and my state. So can our nation. This is democracy. This is how democracy renews itself, not from the top down, but from the people up, from Iowa out, from this room into history. The time is now, and we face a choice. Thanks for your courage. Thanks for believing that we the people still means we need each other. Let's choose interdependence together. Let's begin. Thank you.
All right, now we have a quick instructional video about how to use the website. So you guys have a little bit more familiarity, and it should be pretty straightforward, but if you do have any questions, hopefully one of our assembly captains can help you with those issues as well.
Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at the website that we're going to use for the assembly here in Iowa. First of all, you will go to the address usconvention.org and go ahead and log in there. Of course, there's the login up here at the top. Okay, what you're going to see here when you first log in, you can actually see this before you log in. There is a video up here, just a promotional video. This is the main page. Only this page has that video up there at the front, and you can see the old Greek Parthenon stuff there. So that's how you know you're at the front page. Also, there's nothing up here in this corner. In the top left corner, there's nothing there. So if you want to return to the home page, that's what it looks like. There are 3 groups in here. The first group is the Declaration of U.S. Constitutional Obsolescence. We'll deal with that first, but then we will be posting proposals in the other 2 groups. First is your rights, your personal liberties. The second is reforming the powers of government. That's actual systemic change. We're going to keep those separate in order to try to keep some order and structure to this. So if we go into the rights, go ahead and click on that box there. It'll take you to the category of rights. And inside there, you see human rights, voting rights in elections, property rights. Let's go ahead and go to the human rights. Click on that. And inside human rights here, you're going to see death with dignity, reproductive rights, gun rights, privacy rights, equal rights amendment, constitutionally unrecognized rights. These are categories you can post your ideas in. All right, let's go to the Equal Rights Amendment here, just for example. If you go into there, you're going to find, hey, there's the proposal inside that category. You can go in there, and if you like the Equal Rights Amendment, you can give it a thumbs up, vote for it. This is short, so you don't need to extend it. If it is abbreviated, you can click it, and it'll show you the entire thing. Inside this, you're going to see a chance where you can write a point for or a point against. And if you write a point for it, you're going to end up on the positive side. If you write it against it, you're going to end up on the other side. So let's just write a point for. I like this. And we're going to post it. And boom, there it is. I like this. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and remove it. But that's how you do it. And it will end up going right and left columns. People on the left will be in support. People on the right will be opposed. You'll be able to see that. There'll be no direct arguing against each other. But that is where you do it. Let's say I want to go into powers of government. You got executive branch, legislative branch, interstate relationships, relationships with foreign nations, judicial system changes, changes to the amendment process, immigration proposals, political corruption and political foreign influence, economic and environmental proposals, new checks and balances. Definitely want to do some new checks and balances if we can do that. See, political corruption. If I go in there, there are two ideas. These are actually amendment proposals already out there in the world. If we click on the one with Bernie Sanders, he co-authored that with Representative Deutsch from Florida. But you can read that. Again, you can read more, read the entire thing by clicking it. And then you can vote for it or against it, depending on if you like it or not. And then you can write a point here. But let's say you don't like either one of these ideas. You're going to add your idea. And we do ask that you add your idea. For that, you're going to put, if you're in the right category, please start your new idea by clicking on the light bulb. Title your idea. Get money out of politicians'
Out of elections.
pockets. All right. And below there, I will put the actual proposal, but to save time, I'm just going to put the title down there again as the description. But that is where you're going to put your proposal. You're going to write a point for it. I hate the influence of money. Okay, so you get your argument there. Location. Wants to put us in Iceland all the time there. Is that Iceland? Reykjavik, yes. That's where this was developed. Go ahead and put Iowa City or whatever city you're in. There we go. Now I'm in Iowa City. And I don't have to upload a picture or a video. I certainly can. You can also do a video of yourself doing an argument for this proposal. So go ahead and make a video if you like. I'm going to skip this. I just hit create. So it's going to put the map there instead. Okay, so now when I go up to the political influence category, there you see that this new idea is there in competition with the others. So if you like yours it better, you can click thumbs up on yours and click thumbs down on the others. Or if you do like one of the others, you can feel free to vote for one of the others as well. You're not limited. But that's how you make an idea or proposal. We're hoping that everybody has a proposal to make. Go ahead and do that. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask us. But if you need to get, if you need to get back to the front, keep going up and it'll take you back up to the next level. Okay. Until you get to where there's no more ups anymore, and that's the home page. So if you could, let's practice. We're going to go to the first category on the home page, which is the Declaration of U.S. Constitutional Obsolescence. So go in there once you've signed in, take a look at the Declaration right down here. And of course, you can read more. So this one's a little bit longer. So there's a little bit more to read. But basically, it's saying that this Constitution, we love it, but it is unable to restrain the power of government. And we need to do better. We need to plug the holes that are being exploited by our politicians. It's outdated, and we need to deal with things like electronic communication, electronic privacy, and a lot of other things. So basically, we're just agreeing together that the Constitution is a bit inadequate. It's become obsolete, and it's more a set of lofty goals than an actual guiding document for our government. So go ahead and read that, and then if you would, please vote for it. Click the heart in this case, and write an argument for it or against it. So that'll be your first task. I'm not requiring that you vote for it, but it is my belief that one of the things we need to do is agree that there is a problem before we can start offering solutions. So hopefully this is a way that we can all agree we do have a problem, and we can begin offering solutions today. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you for your patience getting through all of that. The way we're going to do this today is we're going to let everybody take 3 minutes to introduce their proposal. And we're going to go take turns basically by city. So here in Iowa City, if we have a speaker, we'll go first. The next city to go, we'll take a turn. And we've got 4 cities here basically. So Iowa City will speak every 4th speaker in this case until we start running out of speakers, and then we'll stay in 1 spot or 2 spots or whatever. But what we need to do is get folks to make a proposal in the website. Once the proposal is made, please bring that to the captain of your assembly so they can preview that proposal, make sure it's in the right place, that we've got the spelling correct on there, and then we will add you to the stack of speakers. And we're in a little group chat here, so we'll be able to figure out who's ready to go. So we'll mute here for a second until we get somebody who is ready to go. Unless I know Sheila, you've got some proposals out there. If you are ready to go, we can start with you. But otherwise, we'll let everybody kind of get their proposals together and let us know when you're ready to start speaking.
Quick question for Sheila. Can you remind me where your event is held in Des Moines, please?
Sorry, Adriana, would you repeat your question?
Sure, I have a gentleman here who would like to know where you're meeting in Des Moines. He may show up there next weekend.
Great, yeah, we are at Grace United Methodist Church, Grace UMC, and the address is 2700.
37.
Oh, I'm sorry, 3700 Cottage Grove Avenue, Des Moines. I think the zip is 50311. Yeah.
Thank-
five-
He
Yeah,
knows
absolutely.
exactly where that is. Thank you very much, Sheila.
Very good, very good. We look forward to having another person here. There's 4 of us today. We've got Cheryl Faraci. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Wave your hand so the camera pulls towards you, maybe.
Oh,
Well, you
it's
can
a-
kind of see her up at the top. And remind me.
Terry Anderson.
Terry Anderson and Kevin Markin. And we're a small but mighty group. So, you know, and hopefully, I mean, it was tough to organize for this particular date. So hopefully I'll do a little more outreach this week and maybe we can pull in a few more people next time. So I guess I'll go ahead. I'm in the powers of government, and in the judicial system, I wrote term limits on Supreme Court justices. Supreme Court justices should not have lifetime terms. They should have a solid term limit of no more than 10 years. And, you know, it's up to us to figure out what is if that's something we want, if the 10 years is an issue, should it be more, should it be less? You know, that's the kind of stuff we can hammer out. So, is that something, so now do we kind of discuss or vote or what, Dan?
Actually, the discussion should be taking place online. They should go to that post. And again, it's in powers of government and judicial system changes, term limits on Supreme Court justices. So we should, if you have a comment, go ahead and make a comment. Again, we're not going to do any, with 3 minutes of speaking time, probably at maximum, we're going to get 42 speakers during the day. We don't really have time to get the arguments done live. The proposals are much more critical in the big picture to the effort at large. So it's more important that we get the proposals done on camera so people can see why you like these proposals, but the arguments for and against should be on the website. Again, you don't have to type it if you want to just do a selfie video. That I think is a great way to do this. I think selfie videos are a little bit more compelling, honestly, than the typed words. So if you want to step outside in the hallway or something like that, do a quick selfie video in this as an argument for or against. I would encourage that. But
Can I break in here, Dan, real quick? Actually, that was somebody else posted that particular term limit. Mine was a term limit of 12 years should be imposed on the court. And but I also wanted to say, to just let, kind of say to people that one of the things we're trying to do today is create some content, some video and audio content for moving this process forward as it moves to other states. So, we want to have things posted on the website. So that's why we're trying to be active about this and, so we've got term limits on the Supreme Court. Another one in there is appointment of judges within the term of the opening. Judges to the Supreme Court will be confirmed during the term in which the opening occurred. They will be appointed by the president and confirmed by Congress regardless of how close they are to an election and or a change in administration. A lame duck president can still fill a seat on the bench. So that's another proposed amendment. And you can go in there. My justification, I believe Americans deserve continuity and consistency in our judicial system, and to delay a vote on the appointment based on who controls the White House is unfair and unethical. Consideration should be taken from the American Bar Association as to the candidate's suitability and will be voted on before any pending change in administration. So that's another proposed amendment under the judicial system. And I would, I guess, yield to the next group who might be interested, or next person, if anybody else has something.
Yeah, I didn't know they wanted to check with us first, or so we had to check
Well,
with you.
let's try to go from city to city if we can. Let's take just a couple of minutes, let people make a comment on your proposal here, make a vote, and then we'll start with the next speaker. How about Cedar Rapids or Ames? Do we have a speaker ready to go in either one of those locations?
Yes.
Yeah, here we go.
Hi,
All
I'm
right.
Pete James today, and I also uploaded my text of a proposed amendment for Supreme Court term limits that would limit justices to 18 years service. And that way, each president would appoint 2 justices during a 4-year term. So there would be complete turnover every 18 years. And I have uploaded that according to this here.
What was the term length again?
18 years.
It's under judicial system changes.
I think I just had it under like systemic changes. I'm sorry.
Can we move that to the proper category, Dan? Or does it stay where it was loaded?
Maybe it was new checks and balance. No. There's a chance I could move it, but I don't see it right now.
I think it is going to be a challenge to keep these straight. I wondered if there should be fewer categories than just one. I mean, it's good to have the categories so that you can organize your thoughts, but maybe they should all funnel into just a straight list somewhere. Otherwise, how do you keep track of what's been added and?
Well, we just got to go one by one.
Each proposal one at a time.
Yeah.
The main point of each proposal is, let's go one at a time, because otherwise we're just having this jumbled conversation.
Yeah, I agree. We do have to go one at a time here. So the last speaker there in Ames, are you able to figure out where you put that?
I thought it was under systemic changes or something like that.
Which would have been under powers of government.
Right?
Could we just start at term limits?
Do it under Declaration of U.S. Constitutional Obsolescence.
Password.
There?
Told me what it was.
Oh, I do. I see it.
I'm sorry, I put it under Declaration, I guess. I made a mistake there. I was trying to do things too fast.
Okay, no worries, no worries. And let's see, which one was it again? The Supreme Court term limits. Correct?
I used to say what we have, limiting Supreme Court terms. I have a lot. But this doesn't work.
Perfect.
Okay.
Peter said, "Yeah, that's me."
We'll let her then.
Did you find it, Dan?
Huh?
It's not where I
Okay,
knew
so
it was to be,
let's,
so I don't know.
let me see. Kevin.
Limiting service on the Supreme Court. Okay.
Oh, I don't want to disconnect.
don't disconnect.
Get
the eye.
the what?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. What? Okay. Mhm.
It'll tell you about it, but not. It won't tell you. It won't tell you the password? No. No, okay.
Sorry about that.
Your password keeper would have it.
Maybe, but I don't know how to get into that either. Do you?
Yeah.
Can you? I know it's Grace something, I want to say it's Grace 8081. But it's not online. Do you want to try putting it in my phone? Can you do you text that?
Okay.
I'd rather do it on my laptop. I mean, on my. We could go to the website and put it in. Let me just. Okay. I want to hear what's going on. No, sorry.
And if something doesn't happen that I
All right. Okay, Michelle? Do you folks have someone down there, or up there who has a proposal ready to go? Looks like you're still muted. Oh, there you go.
Written amendment back in September when Dan first told me about this. Under the reproductive rights about women's health care. And now I'm trying to get into that and my phone is freezing up on me. You know, so of all fun things that it decides to do, I think it's gonna come up now. I was trying to get into and actually read what I wrote. So, but I wanted to, even though I'd already wrote this one, I'm thinking with everything that's going on with vaccines and everything.
For reproductive rights and human rights under human.
So we're not starting,
We're just going speaker by speaker.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, so what I wrote women's reproductive rights, religion should be used to control the decision that should be between a doctor and a patient. Unfortunately, many pregnancies are not viable, and even a woman who planned the pregnancy may have to end it for her own health. With Roe versus Wade being overturned, multiple women are being denied health care in multiple states. And when this happens, in an ectopic pregnancy, it can be deadly. We need to codify Roe versus Wade to ensure women can get health care and not be at risk. So that's what I wrote back in September, but with everything that's gone on since then, and I don't see where you can put it, but I think we need to add something in there where we can say healthcare needs to be for everybody, not just for women, because we have all these kids that are not getting vaccines now and that these parents that are told vaccines are not a good thing? Are we gonna end up where we're gonna tell people, oh, you have cancer, we're not gonna treat that anymore, with it? So I think we need to, and I don't know what category that would go under, but I think I need to add to that and make it for everybody, not just for women. That everybody needs the right to control their own healthcare and that the government should not be involved in it. But I've been looking at the categories and I'm like, I don't know where it would go under.
Yeah. We're struggling with that too here in Des Moines. And, I would add to that maybe bodily autonomy
Yes.
as part of that for all humans, and Cheryl's talking about having a definition that describes what humans are not, like humans are not a corporation, humans are not an institution, that kind of thing too.
Well, it's partly the definition of a person, because they do talk about persons in the Constitution, what a person is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And what color the person is, and what, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, the categories are sometimes very vague, sometimes they're a little bit more specific. There aren't too many categories under each, so just try to put it in the closest matching category.
Yeah, like,
I think go ahead, Cedar Rapids.
yeah, it would definitely go under the human rights, but it's like, what do you go under with that? Because none of it's just like basic. It's like,
The catch-all category on that is unenumerated rights, things that haven't been
okay,
added to the Constitution yet.
okay.
Okay. I'm not seeing that one on my phone. Where am I at in here? This is really, yeah.
Yeah, cause I'm like, okay, I didn't really figure out where that should go, cause I'm like, okay,
Yeah, I would put that in.
one that I but I feel I need to add to, but I'm like, if I add to it under reproductive, it's not what.
Yeah, that might be more like a constitutionally unrecognized right, a medical right.
I will write something under there then. Cause I'm like, okay, I wanna put that under there and add to it.
Okay. Well,
I really think we need to have a place where stuff where it just lists everything that has been proposed outside of these category boxes. I think it'd be easier for people to find stuff. This is really, it's a challenge to try to decide.
it doesn't do that.
Is there,
we just have to
there
go with categories. That's all there is.
is there a way to know,
If we put them all
how
in one
many-
place, it'd probably be really confusing too, so.
It's confusing
Well, is there a way for everybody that's actually on the Zoom to put it in maybe the event on Facebook and say, this is where my proposal is, so that we can go back and look at those?
Well, yeah.
There's only so many categories. It's gotta be either one, systemic change or a right. And then under systemic change, you've got basically the articles of the Constitution broken down, Article 1, Article 2, Article 3. And then under rights, you've got a couple of different categories and then everything that's not in a category up above it. So it is broken up into categories, but that was to give it some degree of order. And there's not really a central way to put all the proposals on one page.
Would it be helpful to have kind of like an outline of the categories, just so that we can see them all in one place, an outline? You said there were two areas.
Correct.
Systemic
You've
change and rights.
Yeah,
Individual
right,
rights.
and then
Powers
underneath.
of government. So your powers to government are like the Constitution, and then you've got your personal liberties, which are like the Bill of Rights. Two different areas of the Constitution. So your powers of government are things like voting rights, stuff like that. Sorry, go ahead.
You're starting to outline it already. If I could see that on paper, that would help me a lot.
Like a, what do you call those?
It's an outline.
It's like a corporate,
An org chart?
yeah, an org chart of categories.
Oh,
It's where you
Doesn't
have
to-
like. here's how the government-
you want to do something it's not doing. So we just have to use the categories.
Dan,
Yes,
question for Maze.
yes.
Pete is trying to, or Peter, excuse me, is trying to move the categories from one spot to another, and he's not seeing the upload button like he did in the other times, so he's
To
isn't
move
able
it.
to change from the original category where he put it into the proper categories.
Oh, it won't move.
No, but I'm just trying to upload
Just
the
copy,
second time to the right
just
place.
delete that one and copy the proposal and make a whole new one.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, evidently it's not letting him upload,
It's
like
an upload button.
the menu is showing up different, so there's no upload idea button on those other pages.
There should be a light bulb. You should see a light bulb.
Well, yeah.
Project manager,
Yes.
that's how I see it.
Yes,
No light
Okay.
bulb.
right.
I don't know where he is in the site.
Yeah, but if you
He is,
I uploaded 6 into that one place. And
Right.
Each time I did it, there was an upload button on the first,
Same
and
thing.
second of it. I'm trying to upload them again into the right spot.
There's a chance he might not be.
in that insert, there's no upload button. That's-
Yeah.
I hear his.
You need to be in the category to add a new idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we just put all the ideas, have a free flow of ideas, put the ideas in a Google sheet or something for now and organize them at the end of our day?
That would be a lot more work. We need to debate and vote. Everything needs to be on the website. It's important. We need to do it like this.
Well, no, I know it's important. I'm just saying we're spending a
Thanks
lot of
for-
time talking about organizing and it's disorganized.
And so
Well,
the suggestion.
Again, what we should be doing is when proposals are made, they should be brought to the captains of the group. The captains should be making sure that the proposals are in the correct place and that they are spelled correctly. And then we should be putting them in a speaking stack that they're ready to go. So let's make sure that they're in the right category. There's only so many categories. That's where the debate and voting is going to happen. So it's important that we do it properly. And again, this is what Maryland will pick up on next. And you're going to want your input on these things so that when you make your argument, it's more salient to the next state that's taking a look at it. So
Let me make a suggestion. Perhaps what we should do is let everybody, we've had a chance to go to the website, let people go home and upload their ideas because there's, and then convene next week and discuss the ideas.
Well, that would waste a whole day. And let's just try to put it in the proper category. And when it's there, we will add everybody to the stack. If it's in the wrong place, we can deal with that. But right now it's important we go ahead and use the website instead of a Google sheet. All right. So let's see. All right, is anybody ready to go here in Iowa City?
I mean, honestly, I didn't know anything about this
Yeah.
coming in,
Yeah.
so this is all brand new. So I can't even log in yet, so as soon as I do, I guess I can put my proposals in.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe that's for another day, but for me, coming today was just learning what this is all about. And that's all.
Okay.
So I've got nothing. I mean, my idea is like, no felons should be allowed to even, no, well, that's just her ideas, but no felons should be allowed to run for office, period. If you're a felon, sorry, you blew it, you're done. Maybe you can go run for something else somewhere else.
You know, that's what I like about this. Everybody's got reasonable proposals. Nothing's too outrageous. Okay. Do you have something on the website though?
Be more eloquent about that. Sure, I mean, I don't have anything written down or in the proper format.
Oh.
But, so one of my biggest.
Well, wait.
Okay.
I'll help you out when we're
Okay.
with another group here. Did you want to do yours then? Or were you ready to go or?
Well, I just wasn't sure really what topic we were trying to discuss. I kind of feel like to make Supreme Court changes, you know, I'm not set on anyone to approve or go along with any particular proposal, because I think that they should be, you know, for instance, term limits is a nice idea, but is it 12 years? Is it 10 years? Is it 21 years? Do you want it not to coincide with a presidential election year when a president could nominate? I mean, and can somebody serve multiple terms as a Supreme Court justice? And when you have Congress, this language says Congress to confirm. What does confirm mean? Does that mean just a rubber stamp, or does it mean, well, that's what it is in the proposal here.
Yeah.
Confirm. So confirm what you need. Does Congress have the power to reject a nominee? So
Why are you letting him talk and not me? What did you want?
I'm not interrupting.
Cut me off and said, oh, we'll deal with that later, and then now.
Well, no, I do want to ask you, do you have a proposal written?
No.
Okay. Doug, did you want to do yours? Sure. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a minute here.
Okay, we have Doug ready to go here in Iowa City. I'm going to give him the chair. We'll let him speak. You don't remember where it was?
Oh, we'll find it.
But let me.
I didn't know. Next time I'll bring my computer too. I just leave it just now.
Okay.
I do so recently.
Trying to find my
Do you have faith?
my precise proposal. So there were a few people who had made proposals on reproductive health. It wasn't actually submitted into, it was like it was talked about, but there was no formal proposal made. So I kind of summarized that and I put it into the form of the proposal. My proposal is that no person shall be compelled to carry a pregnancy, period. Congress shall make no law restricting a person's right to terminate a pregnancy within their own body. I included the language of within their own body in order to preempt any sort of effort made by a third party. For example, if a woman is pregnant, she probably became that way with a man. My notion is to prevent the man from either demanding that a pregnancy be terminated or demanding that a pregnancy not be terminated. which is why I included the language of within their own body. I welcome amendments and improvements to this. That's my point.
All right, again, that is under human rights and reproductive health. If you want to make a comment, vote on that, go ahead.
Ames comments here. Doug, I liked it. I agree 100%. I think, let me give it some thought because I will come up with, some suggestions. Thank you.
Good.
All right, so that does bring us back to Des Moines when you guys are ready. Try to direct us to the proper spot on the website for your next speaker.
Okay, sorry that took us so long, you guys. So our next proposal, and I lost what this is under, is under election and recall proposals. And it is that the president shall be elected by a majority. The president shall be elected by a majority of the voters who vote in any year's presidential election. And my justification is democracy requires that every vote matters, every vote counts. A simple majority of all votes from across the country is the way to ensure democracy and the will of the people. Next.
And Wyoming would be pissed. And we don't care.
Wyoming, why Wyoming?
That's
I certainly agree with your point.
Iowa City is thinking.
Can we put forth some more, or are people going in and making comments?
I'm just giving it a thumbs down to everyone.
I have been putting in comments online and I believe Peter has as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
we'll
would-
just take a couple minutes to vote and make some comments, and we'll go to the next city.
Okay,
Well, I'm not voting, so I'm going to go.
right. That's fine.
Okay, I think Ames is next. Adri, if you, do you have somebody that's ready to go over there? Or if you're ready to go?
I sure do.
Speaking about the majority for president,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm a supporter of the electoral college, and so I'm against that. I think the electoral college has served the nation pretty well. And
I'm having trouble hearing him.
Pardon me?
Sir, can you get him to come up to the camera and speak into the camera? And
A little closer, okay.
yeah, he's way far away. It's hard to hear.
Here we go, sorry.
All right. And where's the proposal? Can you identify that real quick for us?
Okay, did you want Peter to come to the table with his proposals?
But one at a time, yes. Which proposal should we be looking at now?
Well, I'm sorry, is this to comment on someone else's proposal that's being debated, or is this a new proposal time?
This is just new proposals. All comments should be on the website.
Okay.
Well, mine are all up
Yes, I sent you a text about that.
Your screen just froze there. We couldn't see what you said.
It says my internet connection is unstable, so I don't know what's going on with that. But, look under Declaration of US Constitutional Obsolescence. That's the
Okay.
category we want to go to. Which
Okay.
was the one category that when he clicked on the add idea, allowed him to upload an attachment with it.
Right.
And I guess the first one I would want to bring up, which hasn't been brought up, I don't think so far, is the proposal to limit the use of the filibuster in the Senate. You see where it says anti-filibuster there?
Yes.
Okay.
The text of my proposed amendment is there. There are two options. But I think that the Constitution should say that no supermajority is required for the passage of any proposal in either house of Congress, other than as required by the Constitution itself. I don't think Congress should be allowed to impose a rule requiring a supermajority for the passage of something. I think it would be fine for them to allow a minority to block action for a very limited period of time in order to require a fulsome debate of an issue. But after a month or two of that, there really ought to be a majority vote. That's my proposal.
Adriana, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Pardon me. So now, please feel free to make comments as you, that was Peter's first proposal. So
We didn't hear what you said, what you were saying there.
well, did you hear what Peter said originally?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that's all we've said so far. So I don't know if the debate is limited to commenting online or if there are any points for or against that want to be made verbally.
If we have time at the end and we just kind of run out of proposals and people would like to speak on things and we just have time, that I'm not going to be in any hurry to get out of here. We have until 5 o'clock. So I would say let's go ahead and address that then. But if we have people that want to make proposals, let's get that out there first. And then we can circle back around and talk about things if we feel like we want to add some suggestions or comments to that. But really, the comments should be online.
Okay,
What we're
that's
doing
what I
today
was
is
thinking.
more of an enhanced virtual convention more than a traditional convention, I would say. This is mainly supposed to be on the website.
Did you just want the one topic per
Yeah,
round?
just to take turns. Yeah, just to
Okay.
make just to spread it out. I know a lot of people probably don't want to hear a lot of people. They just want to get their turn to speak. So let's just try to get to everybody as soon as we can and try to make best use of everybody's time.
Thank you. Then,
All right. Cedar Rapids, you're next. So when you're ready, give us the high sign.
Hello. So this one is under the executive branch powers. And this one was just something I kind of thought of not too long ago. But it's listed under executive branch powers of the president. And it's no social media is what it is. And that's the title of it. However, it's not necessarily no social media at all. But what the idea is that political candidates and current people that are in office do not have direct access to social media themselves. They have to go through a third party. So if you have something to say and you want to post it, you can't just immediately post it online for everyone to see. Everybody who's ever accessed social media has posted something that they regret posting. But when you're in a very important position, like president or other positions, you should have a restriction on your ability to be able to post just whatever you want to post, whatever you want to post it. Especially when you have a great deal of power, you know what I mean? Because when a president posts something that he doesn't like somebody, there's actually a lot of power in that, and there's an implied threat behind it, which I don't like at all. So that's why I posted that proposal.
I think we all like your proposal over here.
Never heard that one before. It's awesome. All right, I guess I'm up. Okay, my proposal is, let's see, if we go to the front page here again, you're going to scroll down to enhancing personal liberties proposals. Inside there, click on human rights, and then scroll down to death with dignity. And the title of the proposal is the right to choose how to die or how you die. And I'll read it here real quick. It's very short. And actually, as you guys make proposals, it seems like the shorter the proposals are, the better they seem to be received. So definitely keeping them short is better. So it reads, every competent U.S. citizen has the right to make informed end-of-life decisions, including medical aid in dying for terminal or chronically painful condition. Regulations must ensure verification by physicians, informed consent, safeguards, and respect healthcare provider rights. Participation cannot be compelled. The first sentence there that does define that it is only a right offered to U.S. citizens, did not want to create a tourism industry for people to come to the United States just for ending their life. So we'll keep that to just U.S. citizens. But basically, everybody has to die. Everybody is going to face that at some point at the end of their life. Unfortunately, my uncle was stricken with MS, and he was bedridden for 11 years. And we never really had a chance to talk about it. I don't know what he would have chosen to do if he had the option, but it would have been nice if he had the option. His daughters grew up not really knowing who he was. He was, basically pretty much blind, couldn't hear very well, couldn't balance. There was still some personality in there, but he was severely diminished. And, it just seems like everybody should have this right. It's a very personal decision, and it skips a generation. And God forbid my kids are stricken with this. I want them to have mercy. Basically, we offer mercy for pets that are chronically ill or terminal. I think people should be afforded the same mercy. Basically, very simple. We should all have that right.
Thank you, Dan. Great proposal.
And then we go back to Des Moines as soon as you guys are ready. Let us know.
Okay,
What's that category?
Oh,
what do you mean? I don't know.
well, there's a category.
So we have, so I'm just gonna read out some gun rights. The first is red flags against ownership upon credible, verifiable information and following due process. Firearms can be removed from a person's possession if that person displays behaviors of a violent nature or has been declared mentally unfit to possess a firearm. The next one is firearms shall be licensed and registered. Similar to vehicles, once purchased, all firearms shall be licensed and registered with local law enforcement in a publicly accessible database. The next one, under gun rights, require education and safe use and storage of firearms. Prior to purchase, a person must show a certification of completion for a course on safe use and storage of firearms. And then the last proposal under gun rights, passage of criminal background check prior to purchase. Prior to purchasing a firearm, the purchaser must pass a universal criminal background check. This is required at all venues selling firearms, including gun shows. And I think I would add under the license and registration that they also be required to have insurance.
Sheila, we had a question here. Do you have any particular priority on any of these proposals?
Yeah, I want them all done. I think that's up for people to decide, really, honestly. You know, I put those in there because I think those are common sense, doable regulations on guns. And, you know, I'm not against guns, but just like driving a car, you know, guns are dangerous, cars are dangerous. If people are not licensed, they don't have education, we don't have insurance, we don't have registration, right? So I don't see any reason why guns shouldn't be regulated in the same way. And, you know, it's a public safety issue, and that has to prevail over individual rights at times.
Okay, Adri. Do you have another speaker there? Do you guys, do you have another
We
proposal?
have Pete again, so we have a
No
total
problem
of
at
me
all.
and Pete in this room, so we are going to turn Peter loose. I keep calling you Pete, I'm sorry.
It's all right, I go by Pete.
Okay, good.
Honestly,
Hey,
the
I
more
did-
ideas, the better. Don't hold back, folks.
Hey, I did throw one in presidential, the executive power category under presidential election. I don't think that we should limit the presidency to people born within the borders of the United States and get all hung up on that. I think that you've been here long enough, then you're one of us, and we should welcome talent from wherever it comes. And so I would amend the Constitution to keep from this natural born citizen hang up that has been around for a while.
Interesting.
I hear what you're saying and what, I don't know, what was it under?
Where is it?
US Constitution, obsolescence, is that right word?
Yeah.
No,
Declaration.
it's this one's under powers of government and then executive, and then there's presidential election underneath that is where I uploaded that.
Government. Executive.
We are presidential powers.
Presidential powers.
No, I don't think it's under election, isn't it?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Election and recall. Broadening eligibility.
Executive.
Executive branch changes. Election and recall proposals,
right
there we go. Let's see, is this one on? No. So
Do you have to approve it before it goes out there?
I shouldn't. Yeah, here it is, broadening eligibility for presidency.
Yeah, that's what it's
There you are.
denoted.
Yep.
Yeah. And the actual text I would put in is under my description. That's the actual text I would put in the Constitution. That the president should be a natural born citizen or someone who's been a citizen for 20 years. I think that's long enough. I think we should welcome talent from wherever it comes.
Naturalized citizens, yeah. Somebody like my dad could be president there,
Sure.
for instance. He's been a citizen since 1986.
There you go. So that would be my proposal.
Or Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I wonder, are there any other countries in the world that allow non-natural born citizens to be? Not that it makes a difference.
I don't know the answer to that. No, I don't. But it sure seems strange that the country that seems to get hung up on it is the nation of immigrants, supposedly.
Where we've all come from
Right,
somewhere else. 'cause
exactly.
Okay, so Cedar Rapids is next again. If you guys have a speaker ready to make a proposal.
Cedar Rapids, you need to unmute yourself.
Michelle, you are still muted. I cannot unmute you.
Yeah,
There we go.
it's that one too.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
sorry, I was having technology issues.
All right,
No worries.
there's only two of us here and I just put up another one. I don't know. It's I forget where I put it exactly. It's under, I want to say it's under like human rights. But it's this concept that I've heard about for a while. It's called maximum maximum wage. I've heard of people have talked about it back in the 80s. But what it is there's a limitation for how much money that you can make. And I propose that no one in the company can make more than 50 times the median income of an employee. So that's, that's a pretty good amount of money still. I mean, if you make $100,000 and you're a medium worker, that's still, you're gonna make 5 million. So it's not like it's, you're not getting anything. But, you hear about these companies where the CEO makes like 300 times its average employee. And that's just a little bit crazy to me. So we should spread it around a little bit more.
It's under Equal Rights Amendment,
Equal Rights Amendment,
where you put it.
okay. Cause where else am I gonna put it?
Why not make it of the lowest wage? Why the median?
The only reason why I picked the median is because I figured that, I'm trying to be a little bit more realistic about it, I guess, because, it's something that's gonna be really or it's gonna be really hard because, everybody thinks that the big rich people deserve everything that they can possibly get, and the other thing is let's be realistic about it. You may have part-time employees, you may have somebody that's, like the janitor. I don't know if you get 50 times what the janitor makes or,
Yeah,
so.
but wouldn't that be fair? I mean, I know this isn't the place to debate this stuff, but let's not be realistic. Let's just go for the
Reality.
let's go for the windows,
Yeah.
right? Let's go for the stars. I think that's a good place to start and we can propose amendments to it and see what other people think.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's an idea I've heard about for off and on for years, so it's not anything that's original to me. But like,
Yeah, I think they call it limits on executive pay,
yeah.
right?
So, but I think it's a good idea just because,
Absolutely.
the other thing is if we make it a certain amount of pay,
Checks and balances, maybe?
we can incentivize them to bring the wages up because money, if their employees get more money, that's the idea of it being contingent on which employee it is. You know what I mean? So like if the whole company's pay goes up, then the CEO would get more money too. And therefore they would be more incentivized to want to bring the wages up, if that makes sense.
Why is this in the Constitution?
Or you can just give me all your money.
So essentially that would be a trickle up economics instead of trickle down economics.
Yes.
Can you say one more time where this is located? We're not finding it.
It's under the Equal Rights Amendment, I guess.
It is under the Equal Rights Amendment, and then it says maximum wage.
Under personal liberties?
No. Equal right.
It's under
Human rights. Then
Personal liberties, then human rights, and then equal rights amendment.
Yeah.
there's no good category to put it under, and that was the closest thing I could think of. But the one thing that would definitely, the one thing that they've proven over and over again, and the big reason why what happened with the big beautiful bill has been so bad is because they changed the tax rates on the wealthiest people. And it's actually been pretty well proven that when the richest people pay more taxes, that the entire economy benefits because there's more money throwing through the rest of the economy. So when you start taking away taxes from the very, very rich people, so if we can get more of the money spread out through more people, the economy would run better. It's just, makes sense.
You are not muted.
Okay. Not that my original first point was about Supreme Court, but nonetheless, I'm going to add one.
Okay, first, where are we?
Oh, it's under judicial,
Powers of government,
not, oh,
judicial system changes.
yeah,
Okay. Powers of government, judicial system changes.
okay. It's lengthy just to cover a lot of things that have to be covered.
And the title is
Term limits and affirmation of Supreme Court justices, I believe is the title.
Yeah, there you go.
So no Supreme Court justice may serve on the Supreme Court for more than 13 years total in her or his lifetime. No president may appoint more than a total of 2 Supreme Court justices during his entire presidency, which may include multiple and or non-consecutive terms. If a third or subsequent vacancy occurs during which a president may no longer appoint a justice, subsequent justices will be chosen by a simple majority of the House of Representatives. Vacancy shall be filled within 45 days of the vacancy, though the vacancy may be filled at any time after the vacancy occurs. When the president appoints a Supreme Court justice, said appointment will not be valid until the Senate by majority vote approves. The House of Representatives may veto said appointment by a majority vote. Any existing Supreme Court justice who has served 15 years shall immediately resign, and the selection of justices needing to fill the vacancies shall be according to this amendment, though the prohibition of the total number of justices a president may appoint shall continue to be limited to 2. As each now existing justices reaches 15 years on the court, the appointment to fill vacancies shall follow the manner set forth in this amendment. That's it.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Did you copy that from someplace, or did you come up with that?
Well, I came up with that.
Yes. Are you a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
So do I just let people talk about it? No.
Time.
How does,
Doesn't make
we have
sense.
a question, how does the limiting the appointments to 2 per president, what would happen if there's, 3 people die during somebody's term? Are we just gonna leave a vacancy?
No, I said,
That's addressed.
where is it? Oh,
If the third or subsequent vacancy occurs, it's the,
oh yeah, third or subsequent.
reps.
House of Representatives by majority vote.
Got it.
To obviously limit what happened with Donald Trump appointing 3 in his one term, oddly enough. But yeah, that situation, just to avoid that. Always open to comments. amendments. Personal testimonies.
Why 13 years?
I chose 13 years to make it not in line with presidential election cycles. Just to try to avoid. Yeah, just mix it up.
So go back.
Yeah.
Power to government. Powers of government. Judicial system.
Yeah. I liked it too. That makes sense.
So this is hers? Yeah.
I liked it.
No, it's different.
No, sorry. We are halfway through our time period here, too, so not too bad. So we are what? We're going back to Des Moines now, aren't we?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
All right,
Cheryl.
I have one. And it's under, Terry?
I'm getting there.
Declaration of US constitutional obsolescence.
Definition of a person.
Definition of a person.
Already got 3 F votes.
All right. A person is defined as a human being. A person shall not be a thing created by a human being. So this addresses AI and corporate personhood.
Because the best laws are simple and short. That's why.
Oh, no. Please help me, Donald.
We're having controlled chaos over here.
Perfect. Hopefully everybody's having some fun today. And Ames is up next when you guys are ready.
You yourself.
Well, not yet.
Yeah.
Here we go, folks.
Hi, hey, under the constitutional obsolescence tab, you'll see one that I uploaded about the election of the AG. Now, Dan, I had a quick question for you. On each of these first 6 that I uploaded under that tab, there was a button where it said upload attachment. And I used that to upload my actual proposed text of an amendment to the Constitution. But when I go back into the website to look at other people's proposals, I don't see my proposed language anywhere. Sometimes when I did this, it's a bit lengthy to fit in the description before it cuts you off due to the number of characters. I believe that it's admin only can see my attachment that I uploaded with my actual text of a constitutional amendment. So, you know, the other folks in the meeting here are not seeing my proposed language, but this is what it's aimed at. It's my view that it's just become completely unworkable to have the U.S. Attorney General, our main law enforcement person, be someone who is appointed by the president and subject to dismissal at any time by the president. I just don't think that's proven workable. Probably for more than 50 years now, it's been problematic. And I think the answer to that is to just simply have a separate election for the U.S. Attorney General. So our national ticket would be a president, a vice president, and someone running for Attorney General. They will be elected by the same set of electors, so they will be politically on the same page as far as what the goals for the administration would be. But that Attorney General would be separately elected by the people and therefore not beholden directly to the president. And I think it would greatly improve the quality of our law enforcement, our ability to keep the various departments of the government in compliance with the law if the Attorney General is at least that much independent of the president himself or herself that they can't be fired by the president, and therefore they're more likely to uphold their oath to uphold the law of the United States. So that's my thought, that the AG be separately elected from the president.
And you said that was too large to copy and paste into the space there?
The text of my proposed amendment, yeah, was a bit long for the description space. And so that it's uploaded as an attachment. Are you seeing my attachment that I uploaded?
No, I do have the admin account here, and it doesn't show up. It's almost like it didn't go through. There's probably another way I can add it for you. Let me see here.
I have it in an email, as PDFs that I can send to you, Dan, if you'd like to have those to upload.
Yeah, if he can forward it to you and then you forward it to me, that'd probably be the easiest, and I can try to put it in there. But
thank you, Dan.
If you've accurately described it, I think we can move forward. And I will get that in there as soon as possible.
Sure. Sure.
Okay, I was able to paste it all in there, so it should be there for you.
Thank you, Dan.
Okay, Cedar Rapids is next. If you guys are ready to go again.
Yep, it's on, Michelle.
I had to unmute myself.
Okay, we can hear you now.
For my other healthcare one that I was talking about earlier, and I put it under that, the one that isn't a category. The constitutionally unrecognized rights under the human rights is where I put it. So what I put is all persons should have the right to control their own healthcare and have body autonomy without government involvement. But I did add to it, however, all businesses, employers, and schools can still make rules for vaccines to ensure safety of others. Because, I had no problem during the COVID thing, if I went into a business and they made me show them a vaccine card to go in. Okay, good, that's your right to do that. But, we don't need the government telling us, okay, you need to, do this, because they're gonna do some things that are gonna be good for us, but they're gonna start doing things that are not gonna be good for us too, if we give them that control. But private businesses, they got the right to run their business the way they decide to run it.
So you're gonna let businesses tell us what to do, but not the government protect public safety? That's what I'm hearing. I'm not sure if I'm understanding.
It's, people don't want the government telling them what to do, with it. But if I go into a business, if they tell me I can't go in if I'm not wearing a shirt, they have the right to tell me that, with it. The no shoes, no shirt, no service thing that they've been saying since I was a kid, Business kids can say that. Schools can say, because they need herd immunity, that we need you to produce the vaccine, thing, with it. Ideally, I would like people to just use common sense and know, okay, this is, for my own safety. But unfortunately, we're not going to get people that are going to. And when we give the government control of things, what's going to be next? Are they going to say, okay, well, we're no longer going to let you be, treated for this kind of cancer because we decided this kind of cancer is not something we're going to do, because they're not going to do things both that are going to be positive and negative for us. They're going to go both ways.
Talking about.
You're not on.
Part of it is just, I think part of it's just, with the way that, like it used to be, stuff like CDC was reliable, but, now with RFK in charge, God only knows what they're gonna tell you that you need to do for your health.
Right.
It's like.
Well, yeah, just like the people, it's good that the Pediatric Association is not taking his, recommendations, and they're still saying they're gonna use their own recommendations, with it. But
Well, I think we need to be careful that we're not confusing the current administration with what the role of government should be. I think, we definitely need our public health department, which is part of our government regulation. We need them to tell us when we have an epidemic, and we need them to be able to deliver vaccines and things like that. I agree with the bodily autonomy. If people don't want to personally have an immunization, that is their choice. But it really is the role of government to protect public safety. And part of that is having to tell us, when it's necessary to do some of this stuff, whether people like it or not. And I wouldn't want that power to be in the hands of corporations rather than we, the people, who are what really the government is. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does make sense. And I probably am looking at the current administration too much when I'm looking at it, on it, because it's the recent stuff that's scaring me, to be honest, with it. So I probably am looking at that a little bit too much, on it. Because people do need to be able to, make their own decisions. But, there was a time where if the government gave me a recommendation, I'm going to say, oh yeah, you know, they're making this recommendation that's for the good of me. Unfortunately, right now, if they make me a recommendation, I'm gonna go, okay, I gotta go find 5 other sources, you know, to see if this recommendation is something I'm gonna believe. So I probably am looking too much at the current administration.
That's
Right, and I think we need to be we really need to be cautious about that because we want our government to work for us, right? And we want, because that's where we have control, those are the people that we have the ability to hold accountable. So maybe let's look at this a little closer and maybe tweak it a little bit more so that it does what we want and we're not writing out of fear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely respect any feedback people give on it, you know?
Yeah.
Totally.
I was the one, when she said something to me before she said something to you. And her first thing was about, you know, like no government prevention at all. And the first thing that I started saying was like, well, what about vaccines? And, you know, especially in this environment where people seem to think that they don't need to take vaccines anymore and do base that because, you know, there's a balance between your individual freedom and then the fact that you're also part of a society and that you know, that there's gonna be things that you need to do as part of the society that you may not necessarily do as part of your individual freedom, if that makes sense, you know? I mean, the reason why we have a society is because it's better to work together as a collective than it is for everybody just to be all in it for themselves, you know?
Absolutely, and I think there's no bad ideas. And that's why we're doing this right now, because we need to think these things through carefully. And, you know, as you've rightly pointed out, we've had some health system challenges, right? But I don't think the solution is to, you know, do away with government regulation and especially in the arena of public safety and healthcare. Healthcare.
I get everything you're saying, and like I said, I'm probably aiming it way too much towards, you know, what's going on right now instead of looking long-term. So I'll definitely take any feedback on any ways to, you know, write it better.
Let's remember, folks, that this discussion is powerful and it's positive, but let's make sure that it gets into writing on the website so that others can use it in the future.
Completely
What, you mean we don't have an AI note taker? What kind of shoddy organization is this? That's a joke. It's okay to laugh.
Turn that from Rod.
Well, I have one. This is under powers of government. And then under legislative branch changes. No confidence in Congress vote. This is kind of lengthy too. Section 1, the people of the United States may express a vote of no confidence in their respective members of Congress and Senate of the United States through statewide referenda. 2, the several states shall devise the process for holding such referenda and for holding special elections to fill the vacated seats. 3, this amendment is intended to operate independently of regular elections and does not preclude other forms of accountability such as impeachment or recall mechanisms. 4, once certified by the respective states and communicated to the Congress or Senate of the United States, leadership of the respective body shall acknowledge the will of the people and notify the identified legislator of their obligation to vacate their seat and office within 30 days. And 5, the respective chambers of the United States House of Representatives and the United States Senate are hereby authorized to establish such rules and framework to operate this mechanism. So my notion is, if we got a rogue legislator, there should be a way to remove them prior to the next election. If they're not representing their constituents, although they have not broken any laws, there's no grounds for impeachment. But if they're totally off the chain and not doing what they are elected to do, then there should be a means for removal.
Have that testament.
Doug, I have a question. So essentially, this is a recall, right?
Cuckoos out there,
Yeah,
right?
like you. So Doug, my question is, what would be like a triggering event for something like this? Would there be a triggering event? Because we've got a proposal.
I don't want to enumerate a triggering event. I think it is when, as I envision it, when the people think that they are not adequately or accurately being represented, even though the representative has not committed a crime, there should be a means for removal. And I think it's a matter of just the people will know when it's right.
How do you address the?
But you know, we also don't want to get into a situation where, because there's always going to be people who are unhappy, right? And we just don't want this.
Please, Sheila.
Huh?
Write it in the comments. So that others can use it in the future, please.
And back to Des Moines when you guys are ready.
Is it our turn? Okay. So under
Obsolete.
obsolete, declaration obsolescence, we have ranked choice voting. Ranked choice voting should be substituted for our current voting system. It's the rule, oh no, that's something else. Okay. So that's our proposal.
All the short ones get no response.
This allows the candidates with the most votes, regardless of party, to advance and potentially promotes a multi-party system.
It's getting positive responses.
Yeah. Do we want any, should we give another one or who's next? It needs us.
Okay, so we're up at Ames now. Ames, when you are ready to go. Peter, let's hear from Peter again.
Hey, I just have one more, and Dan, this is another one where I uploaded a decent amount of text. And so I don't know if the others can look at it. But it regards having a regular constitutional convention. It's under the obsolescence tab.
Well, I wish I could see the rest of the text.
What about where I sent it to you in Word form?
Yeah, I can see it there.
Okay. Well, anyway, my proposal is that, we just have a regular constitutional convention. People are very scared of it because we hold the Constitution in such high regard. We don't want it to be messed with. And we're skittish about any talk of constitutional amendment. And I just think that if we had a regular convention, we would get more used to the idea that it's not that scary for people to have talks like this and send it out to the states. It has to pass 38 states in order to become part of the Constitution. That's really nothing to be scared of. And these kind of talks will help mature us as a people so we are more responsible rather than just always blaming Congress all the time for everything that's wrong. And therefore we can take more of the responsibility to ourselves. And my thought was, if we structure this so that it is in the summer of the odd year before the presidential year and happens every 12 years, that timing won't really mess up our political rhythm we have in this country. And it could be a very good thing to have a 1-month meeting every 12 years. And my amendment shows how it could be organized so that it is productive. That's my proposal.
Thank you, Pete. Iowa City lost its people there.
They bugged out, they had enough of them.
Oh, I do see your convention amendment here. I'll get that added in. It's long, but I got it in there.
That was a thank you, sir. I had it muted, you didn't hear it.
Okay, Cedar Rapids, when you are ready, you are up again.
We've actually put the ones that we wrote out. I'm trying to come up with some new ones to put in, so I can discuss them next week. Trying to come up with some environmental stuff, but I'm not figuring out the way I want to word it yet. So, because I think we need to get some environmental stuff in there, and I know there's nothing in there for the environment right now.
Absolutely. We do have, I've got some text from the Cuba Constitution, the Ecuador Constitution, and another sustainability amendment I can show you this week as well, if you want, for reference.
For sure, because yeah, I'm like, I know we need to get some environmental stuff in there, and I'm surprised there isn't some in there, but I know there's so much going on right now that, you know, people are, you know, probably thinking enough about that. And it's like, I've got some ideas, but wording them is another thing. I don't want to word them correctly to get them out there. So we'll let somebody else take it over. Thanks.
You're flagging us down there in Des Moines. Do you guys have a comment real quick? Okay. So, Michelle, are you guys done in Cedar Rapids then? Are you guys out of proposals for this week? You're still. You are, sorry.
So we can bring them up next week, or people can look at them until next week.
You have, you're gonna propose more next week, but you're done this week?
Good for this week. I'm gonna put some more in. Just kind of figure out how to word them and get them in there and get some other people involved in doing some stuff.
Okay, all right. In that case, I'm gonna go again. I cannot get out of here without bringing up Citizens United. So in the powers of government, and I believe it is political corruption and foreign influence. Yes. And I'm going to go with not the Bernie Sanders, but the get money out of politics proposal. Again, that is under political corruption and foreign influence under powers of government. Again, get money out of politics. I'm going to read it. It's really short. Then I'm going to explain why I like it. No person, corporation, or business entity of any type, domestic or foreign, shall be allowed to contribute money directly or indirectly to any candidate for federal office, or to contribute money on behalf of or proposed to any type of campaign for federal office. Notwithstanding any other provision of law, campaign contributions to candidates for federal office shall not constitute speech of any kind as guaranteed by the U.S. Constitution or any amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Congress shall set forth a federal holiday for the purposes of voting for candidates for federal office. Basically, just forbids candidates from accepting money from anyone, no person, corporation, or entity. This would basically be publicly funded elections because nobody can give them any money. This would take money out of politics. Right now we have a coin-operated government that is not responsive to the needs of the people. And we definitely need to regain control of our country and getting rid of the overwhelming influence of money in our political system in every branch of government on both sides of the aisle is desperately needed. Each election cycle is just going to get worse and worse. And since we've seen the Citizens United ruling, it really has just gotten worse and worse with every election. So I think this is desperately needed. I would absolutely welcome lots of comment and feedback on this. Citizens United and restricting political speech in any way is very complex, and we need to get this right. So it's there for your consideration and would welcome any suggestions to that. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Just letting you know, here in Ames, Peter's agreed that he is done with topics for this meeting.
Thank you, Dan.
I think we are as well here in Iowa City. I think that was the last proposal for us. Des Moines, do you have more to go here today? We'd love to hear from somebody else over there. We haven't heard from a couple of you guys.
I had, with your idea about the contributions, I had something similar to that, but there was like a hard limit to how much any individual could contribute. So you could still contribute to campaigns, but you could only, no matter who you were, what you were associated with, there was like $1,000 max or something like that. That was it. You couldn't do any more than that, and then you would be done. It would be good if we would do publicly funded campaigns, and I would be for that. It would be good to give people forums so that they could do that, and that would also help with like the two-party dynamic, because the reason why they're so prevalent is because they're the only ones that have enough money to be able to advertise and all those kinds of things. So it's hard to vote for a candidate that you don't even know exists. You know what I mean? So, but
I mean, I understand totally what you're saying because the number of people, the last Iowa governor election, who were literally asking me, they're like, well, I don't want to vote for Kim Reynolds, but who is the Democrat person anyway? I know nothing about her, you know, and it's like, you know, and it's just like, because she didn't get involved in stuff enough for people to know who she was or anything, you know?
well, or the campaign didn't raise enough money so that they could advertise and get her name in TV and all those kinds of things.
Right.
So if there was a more fair thing where there were certain avenues where the basically all of the candidates would have equal time and equal forums, where people could see the candidates and not just find out what they were through a television commercial, it would be better. And that would be something that you would kind of need to do if you were going to limit the funding and the advertising and all that kind of stuff. You'd be taking that away.
Right.
The other thing is like, for instance, even for myself, like for this upcoming governor's election in Iowa, you know, I've already contributed some money to a certain candidate's campaign. And, you know, but I'm not exactly a wealthy dude and I can only do so much. But, you know, now I'm getting a text message every day, an email every day. And, you know, that's very discouraging because then you just kind of get this idea that all your political candidate wants from you is money. You know, and I don't like that idea at all, you know, where it's just like, give me money, I want more money. Hey, can you please give me money? You know, we really want to win this election, but we need money, you know, and I get on some of these lists. So I get, you know, because I've donated money to different Democratic candidates, I get emails, you know, like, I'm this guy in Georgia and this is my race. And could you please send me $10 so I can win in Georgia? You know, it's just like,
I get the same. I get where you're coming from because I
And
literally got 5 text messages yesterday.
and when they start pushing that stuff on you all the time, it gets discouraging because you're like, do you really care at all about me or do you care about my money? You know, it's like.
And the whole thing with commercials too is literally all they're doing is telling you how bad their opponent is. They're never telling you what they really stand for.
Some do, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's so-and-so is bad. So, and then they find like the worst picture they can of them, you know, like so-and-so wants to take your insert thing that they're going to take from you now. You know, it's just like, would you please just, you know, try to do the right thing for the people, please? And
Okay, we have one. What?
She was talking about.
Okay,
Is it
Des
our-
Moines. Go for
Huh?
it.
All right, so Congress shall pass a budget that is balanced. Congress shall no longer rely on deficit spending to meet the needs of the country's budget, whether raising taxes on the rich or cutting wasteful spending on the military. Congress shall not spend more than it takes in and shall prioritize programs that support residents' basic needs, including public education, healthcare, housing, and senior retirement. And that is under, what is it? It's under national debts and budget, which is under enumerated powers of Congress. So enumerated power, legislative branch changes, enumerated powers of Congress, national debt and budget. We would also propose military spending will be step down. Okay, that needs an edit. The amount of funding allowed to be spent on the military will be stepped down over the next 10 years until it is less than 15% of the overall US budget. This does not include the amount needed to cover the Veterans Administration.
Thank you.
The US spends 40% of its budget on the military, weapons, and war preparedness. This is at the expense of caring for the needs of the people and with a high cost of injury, death, and environmental destruction. It's time to stop funding war and use that money for education, housing, and healthcare. Proposal to step down the spending of the military. Also under enumerated powers of Congress.
That'll make Europe sit up and take ours.
I'll have to have.
One can only hope.
Military contractors. Well, I mean,
Here's another good one.
They don't know where it's at.
Let's see. Under investments, what is this under? Under taxes. Investments shall be taxed. Investors in the stock market shall pay an annual tax equivalent to 10% of their total holdings. Currently, investments are not taxed until they are cashed out. This leads to a hoarding of resources that could otherwise be circulating in the economy. Investors then collateralize their assets into a loan at an annual percentage rate that benefits banks instead of the country. An annual tax on the assets will put these financial resources into public use. That was under taxes. Here's the good one. Under enumerated powers of Congress, war powers. Loss of salary for failure to declare war. Congress shall lose a year's salary if the country is taken into war by the president without an affirmative vote from Congress. Congress has failed in its duty to act as a check on the presidential power to use the military for war. It should lose a year's salary every time there is no vote to invade and or attack another country and the president goes there anyway. Here's one under regulating commerce, under the enumerated powers of Congress, regulating commerce. Congress shall annually review companies for size. Congress shall provide a check on corporate power by annually reviewing companies that pose a risk of stifling competition through acquisition and merger and or through vertical integration. If there are less than 10 companies in any field, Congress shall invigorate competition through incentivizing startups and or small companies already in the field. The justification: antitrust legislation is important to consumer protection and fair prices. Competition promotes better and safer products and services. Competition has been all but eliminated in our media, food system, technology, and numerous other industries. Americans pay the price when there's no competition. Therefore, they shall review companies for size.
Sorry, where is that one?
That is under the enumerated powers of Congress, under regulating commerce. So under legislative, enumerated powers, regulating commerce. Did we do age limits for Congress?
I do.
I don't think so.
No, but I like that.
Yeah, so let's see. So under powers of government, is it under eligibility? Yeah, eligibility, age limits for Congress. Anyone over the age of 68 is ineligible to run for Congress, neither in the House nor the Senate. We have too many people in Congress who are making decisions about a future in which they will not be alive. They occupy positions that need fresh perspectives, new ideas, and more diversity of opinion. Instead, we have cronyism and power peddlers who stay in their office for life. It wasn't meant to be that way. I think we posed that one already. Seems like I read that once already. Under the same category of eligibility, we have fraud, corruption, or violent crimes ineligible. Persons convicted of fraud, corruption, or violent crimes are ineligible to run for office. Persons who participate in the overthrow or attempted overthrow of an election shall be forever barred from serving at any level of government. I think we have that already, but and Doug had an amended suggestion. Persons convicted of fraud, corruption, financial crimes, or violent crimes are ineligible for office. And I do like that addition for financial crimes. We have too many criminals and grifters in office. The current president pardoned convicted insurrectionists. These people cannot be trusted with making decisions for the nation. Okay, I made that little tweak to add financial crimes in there. Did we do term limits for Congress?
I don't know.
I think we did.
Did we? No person shall serve more than 3 terms in office in both the House and Senate. That's under legislative branch changes.
So is that a combined
Well,
or either or?
what do you,
You
I'm
can
not sure
do
what you mean.
3 terms in Congress and 3 terms in Senate, or it's a combination of 2 in Senate, 1 in Congress, or vice versa.
Well, I guess I was doing 3 for each.
Okay.
So in the House, they serve 2-year terms, so they'd have a total 6 years. In the Senate, they
Right,
serve,
6 years.
6, so it'd be 18 years. So they could go from one to the other, but, you
Yeah, I'm
know,
gonna make an amendment.
yeah, feel free.
Need to change the House term to 4 years because we're wasting time having them run for the election half their term.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but Terry was saying that he'd like to propose the House terms be made to 4-year terms because we're wasting so much time with them always running for office every 2 years, which I think I could probably get behind.
Yeah, definitely write that one real quick.
Or goes away.
That's on Terry. He's
next week.
It's under 3 terms and they're out. So it's under term limits, which is under legislative branch changes,
Okay.
which is under powers of government.
3 terms and they're out. I like the title of that.
3 terms and they are out.
And it's under enumerated powers.
I just left there.
Yeah, you were under your, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Term limits.
Did we do gerrymandering?
No.
Nope.
Okay, so under legislative branch changes, we have gerrymandering and the proposal. What was that? The proposal is gerrymandering a district is prohibited. Voting districts shall be created by a bipartisan neutral committees. Creating a district that favors any party over any other is strictly prohibited and shall be punishable by a loss of funds for that state. Voter districts have been manipulated to the point where entire groups of minorities and opposition voters are being disenfranchised and their voices extinguished. Democracy requires that every person's vote has meaning and every vote matters. No more gerrymandering. I did that one. Okay, I don't know what else. Let's see. Term limits, gerrymandering, eligibility. Age limits. Okay, did that one. So, Dan, do you want to say a little bit about next week, what we're doing? Is it just the same thing, or are we expected to like vote on what we want to move forward, or?
Again, all the voting should be on the website, so make sure that you're clicking on the thumbs up or thumbs down for those things. Take time during the week and go through and see if you missed anything. Just add a thumbs up or thumbs down on things. You don't necessarily have to comment on everything, although comments are always helpful. Next week, definitely, we're just doing more of the same, more proposals. If we have more time at the end, just kind of open up the floor to any additional comments. We're putting the video out there. And actually, I was planning on splicing up the video and adding your comments, everything that you've done on video here today. I was going to take that segment and put it up as the video for the proposal. So your argument stays with the proposal as it goes on to the next state. So really, we're just getting the proposals out there. And again, don't hold back. Sheila, I know you may have felt like maybe you were overdoing it at some point, putting a lot of proposals out there. That is definitely not the case. We love every one of them.
I never feel like I'm overdoing it when I'm telling people what to do.
Okay, just did not want you to feel like you should, I better hold back or anything. Definitely don't hold back. This is our opportunity to get our ideas out there, and the more the merrier. Don't want to have anybody, even the bad ideas. Honestly, even if we have somebody that is really committed to a bad idea, let's shoot it down.
Yeah, absolutely. All
I
right.
expected we were going to hear somebody come in and give us a really bad idea today, which everybody was going to want to take their shot at. So we didn't quite have that today, but maybe that's actually a good sign that everybody's going to have just reasonable proposals here in the future. But I don't think that'll be the case.
Kevin promises he's going to bring in something really horrific next week.
The big thing with democracy is you don't want to, like when the White House had their petition website opened up, one of the first things that won was the proposal to build a Death Star. We don't want to see any Death Star proposals. We don't want to see anything that's not serious in nature. So we want to keep it serious, but hopefully we're having a little bit of fun at the same time. So,
Dan, we've had a question. Cheryl was interested, and I am too. When is Maryland going? Do they have dates set yet? Are there other states that have dates yet?
I know Maryland will be next. I keep telling them if we did not commit to a date, we would have kept kicking this down the road. So you just got to commit to a date and just work towards it. And I'm still trying to get them to commit to a date right now, but we have two of the members of our leadership committee, if not three, actually live in Maryland. So they are definitely going to get Maryland up and going here pretty soon. To be honest, they were stuck on how to do it. They didn't think about using libraries. They were still not sure which website to use. We what we're doing here is laying down the blueprint for all the other states to follow, and they can modify what we're doing and improve on it. But at least we're showing them this can be done. And really with a $0 budget, we're not spending anything. Nobody's getting paid. We're not paying for the space. The website is free. It's empowering that everybody can do this. There's nothing to hold you back, like you have to raise a bunch of money or anything like that. So,
Do you still have connections in Maryland?
Yeah, I do have some. I don't know if they're like or able to organize really. My friend Janet, and she is an activist, but her health is getting kind of bad. And I'm trying to think if I really still know anybody there that would be able to. I mean, potentially I can put out some feelers, but you know.
I gave Cheryl the state organizers spreadsheet that has all the contact information for everybody that's organizing all the different states, because I've had people, come to me and say, well, who's doing New York? I want to do this. So I just look at the sheet and give them the email address and say, hey, contact them. Every state is responsible for organizing their own assemblies. So it's all locally organized. The organization is not telling anybody how to do it, what to do. They're leaving it up to us. And then in the end, we're going to consolidate all these ideas and we're either going to have no ideas that have consensus or a few ideas that have consensus, or we're going to have a whole lot that would almost require a whole new constitution. And honestly, the theory is that once you put this on the table for discussion, every part of it is going to be scrutinized. So I think we might end up with a whole new constitution derived from the people. In the end.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. There, one thing I was thinking on the website, and I don't know if this is possible, but maybe a little color coding of the different levels so that you would know which level you were in, if that makes sense. Like the box bands, instead of them all being black, our top 3 could be blue, and then the next level could be red, and then, something like that, something simple. I think
that's a good idea. I think I can do that. Let me play with it this weekend. There is a way that I can make every category look different from each other.
Exactly.
I haven't really thought about that. That's
yeah,
a good
I think
idea.
that would help because I kept getting lost around what level was I actually in, especially on my phone.
The phone is trickier. It is. When you're on your desktop, it's so much easier, honestly, but we couldn't really ask everybody to bring a laptop. Everybody's got a phone, so we could do that.
I mean, well,
and that's the allure of this is it can be done on your phone.
Yeah.
But I think we should suggest people bring their laptop if they want to, because I think that will help get things written a lot faster for one,
Yeah.
Just putting that information out there that, they can access it by phone, but if you've got a laptop, it's a little bit easier kind of stuff. So, like I said, we'll do a little more outreach this week and see if we can pull in a few more people and try to get people to the site itself.
Yeah, good deal. Now that we've opened this up, you can go ahead and share that link, the usconvention.org, and everybody, even whether they were here or not, they're welcome to participate, add comments, create their own. It's now open for business, basically. So
awesome.
We are working on another website, although it's I can clone this website and put it on the new one. I don't know how much of it. The comments may not shift over. But even if I have to manually, proposal by proposal, add them so that Maryland is considering them, I will do that. But we will, the usconvention.org is always going to point to where we are going to have this thing. So, so just keep that URL in mind, usconvention.org. That's where we're going to have it, no matter where it really is.
Okay.
It's
All
just
right.
pointing URL. So yes, we are wrapped up, I guess, for this week. We will adjourn and reconvene next week at 1 o'clock. And again, thank you all for participating and contributing your ideas. And hopefully someone out of our group will have that one idea that fixes this country.
Right on. Thanks for inviting me, Dan.
Thank you. Thank you for helping out.
All right.
Really means a lot.
Bye, guys.
Take
See you next
care.
week.
Have a great
Bye.
weekend.